This routine is to release the hamstrings, the quads, and the hip flexors, and we're even going to do some knee and shin therapy. So it's perfect for runners and athletes and anybody that's feeling pretty stiff. So just go ahead and start in a downward dog, stretching your right leg up, and just go ahead and curl your knee all the way into your forehead and reach the heel behind you. And just try this 3 times. This is warming up all your legs and your total body, and is pretty decent ab workout too. And just go ahead and bring your foot right between your hands, coming into a low lunge. And gently drop the back knee down, flexing the front foot, and just go ahead and reach all the way back there, pulling back in your right hip. And for this stretch, you're going to want to reach over from the left side of your back all the way down, so you feel that stretch all the way from your lower back all the way through your hamstring. And gently come all the way forward and just go ahead and bring up your foot. And if you can, go ahead and grab it with one hand, and even two if you can get it there. So this is putting pressure on your knee, and it's actually great therapy for runners. And just go ahead and jump switch your legs, don't think about it too much. And go ahead and stretch both legs straight, and this time pulling back in the left hip and stretching over from the right side of your back. A few breaths there. And then just go ahead and bring it all the way back to your downward dog, reaching into your heels. And then just try the other side, curling up and just reaching all the way back. Strong flexed foot here, really square through the hips. As long as you're working with square hips, you're going to become more flexible, because that's not cheating in your split territory there. Just pulling back in your left hip, reaching all the way over here. Just a few breaths, long, deep breaths here. And just go ahead and come all the way back to your lunge, pulling up that foot. You'll also feel this pretty intensely in your hamstring here, and the hamstring of the back leg. So it's also a double effort for that there. And go ahead and switch the legs. And just go ahead and flex the front foot, reaching all the way over your leg here. Just a few breaths. Keep pulling back in the right hip. And just go ahead and reach all the way back to downward dog. And you're going to want to try this a few times on each side. So the second time, just go ahead and go a little faster, but just staying with your breath here. One breath for each movement. So it's not actually, we're not speeding up the movements and shortening our breaths. We're keeping the breaths really long and steady and moving at the same pace as your breath. So this will actually feel really nice and natural, hopefully. So just keep moving at the pace of your breath. It's a nice way to stay on top of what's going on with yourself and put yourself in your own little awareness bubble here. So just go ahead and keep going with that on the other side, just reaching up all the way up and curling up here. Bringing the foot right between your hands, back knee down, pulling the hip back, reaching all the way over, breathing all the way up. Just go ahead and keep flowing with it. Should feel pretty good. Just try not to think about too much what you're doing. Just keep the alignment going and just keep your breath going, and you'll be fine. Don't worry if you mess up which move is next. It doesn't really matter that much. Just go ahead and keep your breath going there. You can repeat that as many times as you want, but I just did it a few times here just to show you. Okay, so I've got a little shin bonus move for you. Just gonna have to roll up your mat really tight here, and the tighter you roll it, the more intent it's gonna be on your shin. So that's just a little tidbit there. And you're just gonna go ahead and stand right up on your knees and place your mat right underneath your knees there. And next you're gonna gently just sit all the way back down on your heels. Be really easy on this. It's a big release for your knees, your shins, and your calves. So you're just gonna wanna breathe into this really deep. Don't forget about your breath. Don't hold your breath. Use your breath to help release the tension there. And you can move it back towards your heels each time. You'll feel it exactly where the mat is. And that is my little shin and knee and calf fixer upper. So try it out. I hope you like it, and I hope it makes you feel great.